This beginner painting tutorial will teach you how to paint a flower shop. In this tutorial, we are using acrylic paint. And we're beginning with our background layer first, which is the road outside of the shop and the sky. I'm working on a small canvas, so I'm using small brushes. And I'm using a flat brush to create nice straight lines. For the road, I used a bit of raw umber mixed with white. And for the sky, I've used some phthalo turquoise blue and some white as well. For the shop itself, I'm beginning with the darkest colors first, so the shadows, and then I'm gradually getting lighter. And this shop just happens to be pink, so I'm using some permanent rose mixed with white. And I've created several shades, so a darker rose, a mid rose, and a highlight rose. All I did was add more white to create lighter values. And as I paint, I'm taking my time, ensuring that I am staying within the lines that I've previously drawn. I find that when it comes to creating straight lines, it's best to go slowly but confidently. Try not to get too in your head about it and just paint with confidence. After some time, you'll get a feel for how the paint comes off of your brush, and you'll be able to gauge better on how to create those straight lines. Acrylic paint moves easier with some water, so you can add a little bit of water and that'll create a nice smooth texture as you put the paint on. But try not to use too much water because then it will just create a very sheer layer. So you want to be careful with that and make sure that you mix in your water very well into your paint. Now you might think that it's pretty odd that I've decided to put some green in the middle of my pink store, but that's because I'm creating a glass look. So I put down a solid color of a light greeny turquoise, and then I've gone on top of it while it was still wet with some lighter of that color and some white to give the illusion of reflection. And then I took some white and with some dabbing motions, I created some clouds in the sky. So in order to create the window panes, I'm holding my brush straight up and down to the canvas. And that's also why it's important to use a flat head brush. That way you can get those really fine straight lines. And make sure to hold your brush closer to the tip of the brush, like at the very end of the handle. And that way you will press lighter and create thinner lines that way too. For the planter box, you can use whatever color you like. I decided to go with a light brown, and then I've also added some shadows. And using that same light-handed, straight up and down technique that I was talking about earlier, I'm very carefully drawing in, painting in those initial lines that the vine will crawl up. And then with a dark green, I am taking a round brush and I am dabbing some little leaves all over the branches that I just painted. I started with a dark green first, and then I'm going on top of it with a lighter green. To create a lighter green, you can either mix yellow into the green or white into the green to create a lighter green. And then I decided I didn't like the look of just that one planter and I wanted to create another planter box. So I am doing that really quickly in the corner just to help with composition. And using that same rounded brush, I am taking different colors and creating small circles to give the illusion of flowers. And I'm painting them directly onto the green once it's dry. And once my painting was dry, I decided to take a pen and outline some spots just to create that extra contrast and definition. If you like this video or learned something, give it a like, comment if you found it helpful or if you have any questions, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching!